I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple examples from Chapter 3-2, Angles Formed by Parallel Lines and a Transversal. And I want to go over some of the very fundamentals first. Let's take a look. When we have parallel lines, our first most fundamental concept, and it's a postulate, is that given parallel lines, and we're given this right here, corresponding angles are congruent. So 1 corresponds with 5, so 1 is congruent to 5. And thus the same with all the other corresponding angles. Now with that, and previous definitions that we've learned where vertical angles are congruent, so 5 is congruent with 1, so looky here. That means, 5 is congruent with 8. That means through the transitive property we know that 1 is congruent with 8. These form alternate exterior angles. And looky here, 1 is congruent with 4 because vertical angles are congruent. So that, using again transitive property of congruence, 4 is congruent with 5. So right here, just by stating that we have corresponding angles are congruent, we have alternate interior and alternate exterior angles are congruent. Now, looking at this, we have linear pairs. Right here is a linear pair, 1 and 3. Those are supplemental by, again, Chapter 1 definition. Linear pairs are supplemental. Well, if this plus that equals to 180, and 5 is congruent with 1, we can use transitive again, or if we did the measures, we could use property of substitution. Then 5 and 3 are supplementary. So we look at same side interior as supplementary. They add up to 180. Let's go ahead and use that property and all these properties for this one example. Given M is parallel to N and P is parallel to Q right there, given this angle measure is 15x plus 5 and this angle measure 2 is 10x plus 25, find all angles. We got a bunch of angles. We have this 4 over here, these 4 over here, these 4, and these 4. First thing I want you to do when you're given something like this is go ahead and draw your arrows. These are parallel and these are parallel. Draw those arrows. Then slap down what angle 1 is, 15x plus 5. I'm not going to use the parentheses. And I'm going to put 10x plus 25 right over here. I need to use some definitions. Well, going back to this, well, I didn't want that up there. Going back to this, we have same side interior right here. That's exactly what we have here. These are same side interior. They add up to 180. So I simply do this. I do 10x plus 25 plus 15x plus 5. Oh, look at all the bleeding that's going on. Blood everywhere, purple blood, is equal to 180. So I just combine my like terms. So I got 25x plus 30 is equal to 180. And I'm just throwing this through the algebra. I'm going to subtract 30 on both sides. So I got 25x is equal to 150. And 25 goes into that 6 times. So x is equal to 6. That's an algebra answer. And whoop-de-doo, we got an algebra answer. That's actually kind of important. To find all angles, I need to take that 6 and plug it in right here or over here. It doesn't matter which one. And I could plug it in this one since that's where I drew the arrow. So 15 times 6 is 60 plus 30, which is 90. And that plus 5 means this is 95. So right here I have 95 degrees for angle 1. This is supplementary. So that's just 180 minus 95, which gives me 85 degrees. The rest is a piece of cake. So first of all, let's just fill in these 4 angles. And this is a very good technique. Vertical angle, 95. Supplemental, 85. 85 right here. Corresponding, see where this 85 goes? It goes right up here. 85, 85, 95, 95. All right? Same thing, corresponding this way, or we can work it this way. That's 85, so this is 85. I kind of drew that 85 in the middle, but it's right there. This would have to be 95, and so on. I did very easy numbers. We won't be so kind when we assess you. You can get all kinds of strange stuff if we so desire. And your algebra may be a little bit more tricky, but this is just for demonstration purposes. All right, so there you go. Study this problem, rewind, actually get a blank sheet of paper, do it yourself, and check your work. Alrighty, next one coming up shortly.